What is going on, my dudes and dudettes? It's Rock and Rev here, and I'm back again playing Hogwarts Legacy. It's been too damn long, and I'm finally going to freaking try to wrap this... Okay, that guy was loud. I'm going to try to wrap this game up once and for all, at least during the time that I have left. So, I currently am on a soul sabbatical, so I have been messing around on other games, mostly consisting of Skyrim. But now I feel like I need to let out my inner wizard again.
You're here. Good.
So we're going to be helping out our boy Sebastian and see where this goes next.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned?
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
Was there anything else the student reported?
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
Let's explore the catacomb.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
The catacomb assignment yielded more than I had imagined. Learning about our ancestors was illuminating. However, I stumbled upon something else I could not ignore in an area behind the great room, which has suffered decay and turned over her sarcophagi. I discovered an oddly shaped relic. Immediately, I sensed its power. I would be thrilled to study the relic further, if only the removal of the object were allowed.
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
I need to make sure all my spells are where they should be. Alright, so that way I can at least still fight.
I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Lumos.
Of course. Here we go again.
Bombarda. Confringo. Incendio. Bombarda. At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Accio. Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Incendio. Accio.
This room is taller than it looks.
Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
I knew that there was a way to do Wingardium Leviosa while in that form. I just couldn't figure out, I couldn't remember how.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Alright. Let's get a move on. Nice. May as well check the one that had the doors.
I nearly slipped there.
This place is never short on spiders. Let's see where this goes.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
That worked.
There's something here by the altar.
What did you find?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Where do you think those diary pages came
Do
from?
you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of
Let's
course.
get started.
I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone.
If this archway's been barricaded, we can find a way through.
Bombarda! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Accio! Reparo.
Had to try.
Accio! Guardian Leviosa!
Oh, that worked.
Accio! Guardian Leviosa!
So I guess I gotta make a whole gate out of this thing. Alright then.
Rependo. Depulso. Bombarda. Incendio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You've done it. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The
What?
student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
How do you know the Imperious Curse?
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
Personally, I'd like to learn, but I'd prefer not to.
I don't think learning the Imperious Curse is a good idea.
Really? But we've no idea what may lie ahead. But I shan't press you. I'll have your back no matter what we face in there.
I feel like I'll have to learn
Something
what it
troubling
is.
ahead. Be on your guard.
More spiders.
Accio. Rependo. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Confringo. Glacier. Depulso. Defendo.
I feel like
Another
choosing not to
barricade.
learn a
Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
trying not to learn a curse during certain times. I feel like that'll make the difference. Like it shows that I know restraint and I don't always just go straight for power. I'm certain I'll have to learn it eventually, though. Okay. There's that. And that.
That worked. Keep going.
Wingardium Leviosa.
I don't know what was back that other direction, but a part of me says I should go back and check it out. Let's see. Get that. And that. Not what I was looking for, but it works. Get this. And this. Oh, freaking course.
Incendio. Bombarda. Confringo. Incendio.
Wrong one. And we also need to get this one.
Accio. Guardian Leviosa.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Alright, let's do this.
Bombarda. For a moment there, I thought that'd never end. Incendio!
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet. Accio!
Abundant of potential. Its possibilities, benefits, wizard kind, but the world and dark sacrifice, blah 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 blah.
Sebastian! The relic! Look!
Could it be?
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
Oh. We should leave the relic alone.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake. I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret. Especially from my uncle. Is that... ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows. I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
Very well. Let's talk to
You're
Sebastian.
right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
I'm conflicted with choosing to help him save his sister, but at what price is it gonna be?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
I'm gonna check out this way now that I got a chance
I
to.
never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again.
Incendio!
Spider doesn't seem like it's trying to fight, so I'm gonna leave it alone. What was that? Not gonna lie, that kind of got my heart jumped up for a second.
As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
Yeah, but I'm worried that whatever this is gonna end up doing is gonna end up teaching and making us all, well, I feel like we're all gonna end up turning on each other by the end of it. That's the part that worries me. I guess I can't fly here. Is the town on fire?
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her. Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
I've been fighting since before you were born. Easily that was meant for me. Kill spells glance off of Excuse.
We'll make them retreat. I'm handling.
Get away!
Dang it, there's so much going on. Alright, I'm done. And? You made him kill himself?
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
It may have been the wrong choice, but then again, you did the right thing.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
I'm not gonna lie, that fight got way too intense for my liking.
Reparo.
I need to figure out how to do that trick.
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian saved his sister.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic, even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
You know, I'm the one kind of person who actually believes that if you can use darkness as a weapon, yeah, it's always seen as a bad thing. But then again, who says that it's actually a bad thing whenever you use it to protect people? Technically, it depends on the wielder, the person who uses it. Like, that's the one thing I've always agreed on. I know that some people would debate that with me, but there's a reason why some people choose to be good, and there are those who choose to be bad. And in my instance, I try to do as much good as I can. I didn't learn that spell simply because there was no point in learning it, but figured if I didn't learn it, it wouldn't matter. Like, I could have learned that spell too, but I didn't. Only because I didn't see a reason to use it.
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I appreciate you setting our earlier discussion aside for now. Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh? That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
What crest are you sending to Anne?
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought, she handed it to me. "This will keep you safe," she said. "It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet."
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
Very well. Let me know what you
I
find.
shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
Alright. Let's go help out Poppy.
Protego!
We need to figure out more about those dragons. I'm assuming that this is probably how they just teleport. That we just never see us do the warp in and out part. Maybe that's how they do it.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
We should go check
That's
on
a good
her.
idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
It's to do with Rookwood.
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Well, no mission to follow, but I feel like I shouldn't be telling everyone this. Like, there are some things in this thing I just feel like I shouldn't be telling people, but yet I tell them anyways. But it's only because I feel like sometimes it's best to just let everyone in on the truth. I don't like to lie to people. But then again, sometimes lying to them could probably save their lives, because the less they know, the better. It really depends on situations. But, let's see. Let's go visit Natty.
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
Oh, man.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
How'd you become an animagus?
Were you born an animagus? Or did you learn to become
Animagus.
one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Did you choose your Your animagus form?
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no. A person's animagus form is determined by their personality. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
What's it feel like?
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
That's incredible.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
Perhaps your mother is
She's
right.
concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time.
Makes
Thank
sense.
you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Well,
Off on another adventure, are we?
I see I already did this one. Well, let's see if we got anything else left on our agenda. Seems like all I'm doing right now is clearing out the, I guess this one's the next one. If I am going to learn this one, I am going to learn it. I would think to learn like every spell in the entire game, but if I just miss my chance to be able to do Imperio, I guess I'm not getting it. Hopefully there'll be another chance for me to get another chance at it. To the map chamber. Well, we've got the third one, but I guess I will go ahead and cut it right here, guys. I will see you guys on the next one. So, until next time, stay cool, keep rocking, and don't fear the Reaper. Wingardium Leviosa.